Stop. What if time isn't moving forward? What if it's bending, slowing, stretching, depending on where you are and how fast you move? And the worst part? You've been trapped inside this distortion your entire life. Time is not what you think it is. It's not universal. It's not constant. It's not even real in the way you believe. And Einstein proved it. This might be the most dangerous idea you'll hear today. Because if time can change, then reality itself is unstable. You think you're moving through time. You're not. Time is moving differently around you.
Power is not given. It is taken. It moves in silence. It controls perception. Psychology of power. Master the mind. Control the game.
What if time is not real, not fixed, not constant, not something that moves forward the same way for everyone? What if reality itself is bending, stretching, changing, depending on how you exist inside it? And the worst part? You've been living inside this distortion your entire life without ever noticing it. Before he became the man who reshaped reality, before equations rewrote the structure of the universe, before his name became synonymous with genius, Albert Einstein was just a quiet boy, staring at something no one else could understand. A compass, a simple object, small, ordinary. Something most people would look at and forget, but not him. Because when that needle moved, without touch, without force, without explanation, something inside him broke. Not physically, mentally, because for the first time, he realized something most people never do. There are forces shaping reality that you cannot see, and once you see that, you can't go back. While other children played, Einstein stared, not at objects, but at questions. Why does the needle move? What is controlling it? What is invisible but real? That question never left him. It evolved, it grew, it consumed him. Because Einstein didn't just think, he visualized, he imagined, he lived inside ideas. While the world moved forward in straight lines, he was already bending them. But here's what makes this dangerous. Genius doesn't look like success in the beginning. It looks like failure. Einstein struggled in school, not because he lacked intelligence, but because he refused to accept answers without understanding. And systems don't reward that, they punish it. Teachers saw a problem, a distraction, a student who didn't follow rules, didn't respect authority, didn't conform. And over time, that perception became reality. Einstein was labeled lazy, unfocused, difficult, and eventually, he started to believe it. Because just like Plato's cave, identity is built from what you're shown, not what you are. He graduated, barely. And when he stepped into the real world, something happened that almost stopped everything. No one wanted him. No job. No position. No recognition. Rejection after rejection. Doors closed. Opportunities denied. Even his father lost hope. And Einstein wrote something that reveals everything. Maybe it would have been better if I had never been born. That's how close the world came to losing one of the most important minds in history. But then, something unexpected happened. He got a job, not as a scientist, not as a professor, not as a researcher, as a clerk, a third-class patent clerk, in a small office in Bern, a place where nothing important was supposed to happen. But that's where reality broke. Because while the world ignored him, Einstein finally had something rare. Time. Time to think. Time to imagine. Time to question everything. And inside that quiet office, reviewing inventions, analyzing systems, breaking down ideas, he started doing something no one else was doing. He began questioning reality itself, not in theory, but in experience. What would happen if I chased a beam of light? That question sounds simple, almost childish, but it isn't. Because if you could move at the speed of light, what would you see? Would the light freeze? Would time stop? Would reality collapse? No one had asked that question seriously before. Einstein did, and that's where everything began to change. In 1905, something happened that should not have been possible. One man, 1 year, 4 papers, each one rewriting reality. The first, light is not just a wave, it's made of particles, photons. This alone changed physics forever. The second, atoms exist, not as theory, as measurable reality. The third, energy and matter, are the same thing. E equals mc squared, a simple equation with consequences so powerful it would eventually reshape the world. And then, the fourth, the one that changed everything, special relativity. Time is not absolute. Let that sink in. Time does not move the same for everyone. It depends on speed, on motion, on perspective. The faster you move, the slower time moves for you. Reality is not fixed, it is relative. And suddenly, everything humanity believed about time collapsed. But here's the part no one talks about. When Einstein published these ideas, nothing happened. No applause, no recognition, no instant fame. Silence. Because the truth is often ignored before it is accepted, until someone understands it. Max Planck did, and once that happened, everything changed. Einstein was no longer invisible, he became something else, a threat to the way reality was understood. But even then, he wasn't finished. Because there was one problem left unsolved: gravity. Newton described it as a force, a pull, an invisible interaction between objects. But Einstein saw something different. He imagined falling, a man in an elevator, dropping inside. He feels weightless, no force, no gravity. And that's when he realized gravity is not a force, it's geometry. Mass bends space-time like a heavy object on a stretched surface. And everything else moves around that distortion. Planets, stars, light, even time itself. And with that, general relativity was born, a theory so complex, so precise, that even today it continues to define our understanding of the universe. But truth comes with a cost. While Einstein was rewriting reality, his personal life was collapsing, his marriage fractured, his relationships failed, his children distanced themselves, because obsession has consequences and genius demands sacrifice. Then came something darker: war, World War I. The same scientific progress that expanded knowledge was now being used to destroy. Einstein refused. He rejected nationalism, rejected violence, rejected blind obedience. But the world didn't. And eventually, his work would be connected to something he never wanted: the atomic bomb. A letter, a warning, a possibility, and history moved forward. Hiroshima. Destruction on a scale never seen before. And Einstein carried that weight, because understanding reality does not mean controlling its consequences. In the end, Einstein spent his final years searching for something else: a unified theory, a way to connect everything, to explain the universe as one system. He never found it. But maybe that wasn't the point, because Einstein didn't give humanity answers. He changed the questions, and that's real power. Not control, not influence, not authority, but the ability to see reality differently. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And now, you're left with the same question he faced. Is reality fixed? Or is it something far more unstable than you've ever imagined? Because if time can bend, if space can curve, if reality depends on how you observe it, then what else have you been wrong about? And if Einstein proved anything, it's this: the universe is not what you think, and neither are you. Because in the end, the most dangerous discovery he ever made was not about physics, it was about perception. Reality is not what exists, it's what you're capable of understanding. And most people never go far enough to see it, but you can, if you're willing to question everything.